is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Carolina Panthers. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Now Jones. And incomplete to open things up.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game, to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. The Panthers at 2-10 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Here's the option, running right. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. This defense for the Jags, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage. An even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him so far this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Schultz. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity, unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
Yeah, and that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air. First down, here's Mitchell. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On second down, here's Mitchell. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Off the play fake. Lawson. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. On 3rd, here's an option play right. 14 yards that time, but a first down on the keeper. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
How about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over, because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jones. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Henry. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. From 3 yards out, and the Panthers have got it back to within a score. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that'll be incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward is just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell. Stiff-armed him. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control. Looking to throw on second down. Lawson. Throw left side complete. That's Carroll. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here first and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Jones to throw on third down. And that'll be Incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
At their own 33-yard line.
A final shot before break. Lawson. Flush to his right. He's got a man. Complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off play action. Lawson. He finds his man. Complete. It's Carroll. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a give, right side. Kirkpatrick bulldozes past him. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A give running right is Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Off the play fake, Lawson. This is caught, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hold now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. K'Lavon Chaisson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. Throwing on 1st down. Lawson. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
And Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So the first play in the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. They go play action here on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Well, not exactly the way that they drew it up, partner, but certainly not going to complain because the end result, touchdown.
A great outcome for the offensive side, but a crushing play defensively. You make a quick stop, force a fumble, only to see them take the fumble all the way in for 6 points. Now the challenge becomes not getting down and going out and continuing to make plays and hoping the ball bounces your way the next time.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. The Panther offense staying put. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Interesting call there. They went for 2 even after the penalty from the 7-yard line. It didn't pay off.
I think the first thought is to go ahead and kick the extra point, but you're not kicking it from the 7-yard line.
Yeah,
right?
you get pushed 5 back on the PAT as well.
Right, so they have to take it from the 15 to administer the penalty. So now you're kicking it around 40 yards. So I understand why they probably went for 2 there. They thought they had a better play and a better chance in that situation.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker?
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now a handoff up the middle. Gay. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Off play action. Lawson. He finds his man, complete. That's Carroll. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Sneak attack. They're going to run for it.
4th and short in this part of the field. You just noticed special teams coordinators rallying the team saying, watch the fake, but Brandon, don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the 4th quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, his team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fake it. And they were ready for it and stopped it.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones flushed out right. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now Jones on 1st down. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Jahan Dotson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it here. But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touch.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the 4th. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead is hanging by a thread after that pick 6. But, look, they're still in the driver's seat. Now the question, how aggressive will they be on this drive? Time to find out. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
41 yards on the ground for him so far. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Running left, here's Mitchell. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll run on first down. Kirkpatrick, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll keep it on the ground. Kirkpatrick, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
But that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
On second down, here's the option. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's short. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And that one is knocked down, but I don't think it's going to matter. The defense looked like they jumped. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Now Jones. Throw left side complete. That's short. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.